acting. Lights dim, it's game time. Interview sharp, cut through like a shank line. Stick lounge, stories unfold, real and raw. From hustlers to dreamers, breaking laws with a claw. Microphone warriors, capturing life's conflicts. Sitting across legends, tales flick like black pics. Drop bars, not mics, knowledge, it rains. From the streets to the beats and every vein.
All right, Stick Lounge Podcast coming to you guys from Des Moines, Washington. How's everybody doing?
We're good.
Wonderful.
All right, what's going on, Hamp? What's going on, Creole?
Nothing much, man. Just another week.
Another week?
Yep. Went by, starting all over again tomorrow.
All right, how'd everything go this weekend? You had Friday was a little rough, right? That was the 4th.
Friday was a little rough, yeah. That was
you ended up having karaoke, though.
Did I?
Yeah, that was. I was down at the marina watching the drone show.
The spontaneous karaoke.
Yeah, spontaneous karaoke. Yeah. You sent me a video. It's popping.
But other than that, it was good. Saturday night?
Saturday at Joe Spallino.
Joe Spallino. Yeah,
Yep.
we had a nice little crowd there. So, just trying to stay active. So
Keep the live music going.
keep
People
the
like
live music going. Keep that calendar rolling on Friday, Saturdays. So starting on the 31st of July,
Mm-hmm.
Creole Soul is going to be presenting live open mic blues.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Open mic
I'll be there
Thursday
for
night
that.
blues.
Once again, July 31st, open mic blues. So
Yeah,
come on through on Thursday night, and it's going to be every Thursday night. So starting from 7 to 10:30 p.m.
So from what I understand, talking with Joey last night, who's going to be helping out with it,
Yeah,
he's going to have a band, correct?
he's going to have a band.
There's a back band.
There's a back band.
So then if you want to come in and play guitar and
Play
sing?
guitar, fill in, and sing.
Okay.
That's what you can do. You can bring your own group.
All right. What about like keyboard if they play keys?
Listen, we'll bring the keys out.
Okay. Okay.
But, we got keys down there too. But let us know what you got, and
Yeah, so it's going to be an entire back line, like ready to rock and roll for
we're
everyone to
rock and
sing,
roll.
right?
I've done open mic before in my past bars, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
People get to show their talent. Everybody enjoy it, have a good time.
Heck yeah, man.
So, and
You
now,
can do a metal night for me?
yeah. Of course, I got to hear you.
A heavy metal night?
So, and then on Sunday, I haven't opened up since my knee surgery on Sunday.
Yeah.
Haven't opened up since. I'm going to come back on the 27th.
Check calendar.
27th of Sunday and open back Creole Soul for brunch. But here's the catch.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be reservation only.
I like that. I think that's a good idea.
If you want to come in for brunch on Sunday starting on the 27th, you're going to have to go online to the website and fill out the form and make reservation there.
How many people you fit in there, you think?
Way we're going to do Sunday brunch from here on out, reservation. So I figure about 20, 25 people. Once we reach that 25 mark, it's over with.
So if you do like 4 groups of 5 or whatever, you can do that, but you gotta have that reservation.
You got to have the reservation.
Okay.
It tells me what I need to prepare for.
Right.
Because I can make 100 quiche and 3 people shows up.
Yeah, seen it happen. I've seen it happen. And then I
So-
eat a lot of quiche.
So, it tells me how to prep the food. It tells me what I expect for as champagne, because we do have bottomless mimosas, So,
Yeah, you do.
once again, starting on the 27th of this month, Reservation Sunday is what it will be called.
Nice.
Reservation Sunday. So you might want to mark your calendar, put a notation in your phone to call for reservation.
So they can call,
They can call.
they can go on the
They can
website,
go on the website,
or they can email you.
or they can email me.
info@datcreolesoul.com.
info@creolesoul.com, which will take
All
them.
right.
If they do it on the website, they're going to come straight that way.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So that's about it for us I got going on. Besides, we got a big party up here in the Stick Lounge.
Yeah, big party. We got big plans. Big plans.
I had to switch venue,
Yeah.
So
We're switching venues to the lounge now. Now we're going to the lounge.
going up to the Stick Lounge.
Going upstairs.
The man, the legend, Michael Powell,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
will
Yeah.
be playing up here in the Stick Lounge. And we will be doing a wine tasting and a buffet as well. So with that in mind,
We're going to do open bar that night too.
we're going to do open bar, yeah.
So you get what are you going to do, like 4 flights of wine or whatever it is
Yeah.
with the tasting.
With the tasting.
With the purchase.
With the purchase.
And then after that, we'll have an open bar, wine, drinks, whatever too.
And then the buffet, it's going to be up here as well. So you'll be paying for the buffet instead of you ordering stuff from off the menu from Creole Soul. Creole Soul is going to have a buffet up here in the Stick Lounge. So,
all right,
one
ticket gets it all.
one ticket gets it all.
Nice.
You get Michael Power, you get wine tasting, and you get Southern food.
All right, I like it.
24th of July.
24th.
Yeah, no, 20. Yeah,
29th.
No, 25th.
Check your calendar, man. Check your calendar. While he's checking the calendar, I'm going to talk a little bit about what else we've got going on for the lounge. So we're putting together a little show and shine, talk to a couple different car clubs, looking for about 25 to 30-ish cars or bikes to come in. We're going to park them all around the area. We're going to open up Creole Soul, open up the lounge, check out some hot rods, check out some bikes. I want to do a greaser pink lady competition from the movie Grease upstairs here. So if you dress up like a T-Bird or a pink lady, winner gets prizes. We're going to be playing the movie, have the soundtrack on in the lounge. Creole will be open. So that's August 30th. We're shooting for that.
Nice.
And then I want to, what do you got? July 25th.
Yep.
Okay, so 25th, Michael Powers is upstairs. 27th is the first Sunday you're doing a Reservation Sunday.
Reservation Sunday.
Okay, there we go. There we go. It's a big weekend.
It's a big weekend. Yeah, it sure is.
25th at Michael Powers, 27th Reservation Sundays.
Yep.
Dates everywhere, man. Dates everywhere. All right, I'm going to start pushing that out too. Halloween party in the lounge. We're going to put that together. Going to do probably a costume contest there as well. And I'm still looking I want people to reach out to us. I want some scary stories for the podcast for October. You know, you got a ghost story, you got an alien, UFO, Bigfoot story, something. Bring it to me. I want to interview you. I want to put it out in October for what we got going on. So
let's do it. I love a good Halloween party.
I love Halloween, man. It's like my favorite time of year.
Yeah, mine too.
The fall and it's good.
Yeah,
Good
sure.
vibes.
Good vibes. Always good vibes.
Good movies, you know.
Yeah. Leave me alone. Let me watch some scary movies on TV.
You like scary movies?
Love scary movies.
Do you really?
But they're not like they were in the past, you know.
No, they're different now.
Yeah.
They're different now. You know what? You know what's held up though, really good, is the Halloween series.
Yeah.
Like, was it Michael Myers,
I
right?
love Michael Myers.
The new ones with Jamie Lee Curtis, or have you seen them? The new ones?
No.
They're awesome, man. They really did well with keeping the story on track, and Jamie Lee's still in it, and yeah, they're really good. That's
Queen of Scream, Jamie
Oh
Lee.
yeah, oh yeah. All right, anything else on that?
No, I got nothing else on that.
All right, so now we're gonna jump to our guest, Mr. Tony Hetler. Tony, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Thank you. Good to see you in Hampton here today.
Pleasure having you
Same
here.
Glad you can make it.
You and I have hung out several times, and you've always got good stories, but I know you're also very involved in Des Moines as a whole. So wanted to get you in here and just kind of see what all you had going on, see your knowledge. We had Matt Pina in here last week. He was full of information,
Oh, yeah,
all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah,
So
he has the pulse of the nation right here.
yes, he does. Really great guy. I want to go see his band, but they're playing at Arturo's on the 12th, and I'm going to be out of town, so I'm going to miss that one. But
Yeah,
Uncle Ernie, right?
we
Uncle
had him
Ernie,
scheduled for the 13th for our car show, but we had to postpone our car show, so we're going to miss him on that one.
Yeah, I talked to you about the car show, and originally when we talked, you said it was going, and then it got postponed, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so what happened with that?
It was
had to
just
push it down,
a
or-
lot of it just had to do with scheduling and stuff, and that was the biggest problem, is that we couldn't get everything we needed done, and then get our invitations out to all the car folks and get it.
Gotcha.
So,
What clubs do you usually work with for that?
we work with a lot of individuals, but we do have a co-sponsor, which is the Roadsters Northwest.
Okay.
They have some really cool cars that they've helped us for the last 3 years and helped us grow the event. And,
Nice.
And they know all the car guys. You know?
Right,
It's
right.
like,
Yeah.
they got deep roots.
Yeah.
And they can stir up a nice sized hornet nest when it comes down the car.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's been a good show the last few years.
Oh, yeah,
so,
it's been really great. We've had pretty good shows ever since Destination Des Moines assumed in 2014, I think it is.
You guys took that over in 2014?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We've had up over 200 cars, and it's been really fun.
Nice.
A lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hamp's plumber is your plumber, right?
Yeah, it's my plumber.
Yeah,
guy.
he's part of a car club. So we were talking to him. We're still waiting to hear back. And then I got a hold of a guy with, I want to say they're called Rat Rods or Rat Rodders. They're out of Maple Valley.
Okay.
So I'm talking with him. So we're just, like I said, we want to do a show and shine. You know, it's not a full-on car show with a trophy and everything else. Just get some people together.
Just have fun.
Just have
Yeah.
fun. You know,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a good night. And
Yeah, I'll get the name of
summertime.
the Roadsters to you. They're all local right here in Des Moines.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do. That'd be awesome.
I
And
might even bring my car down.
please, what do you got? I didn't know you had a car.
68 Camaro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
It doesn't come down because I'm usually working the show, so I can't be showing
I
and
see.
working at the same time.
I gotcha. You keep it here in Des Moines?
Well, at home.
It's at home. Okay,
Yeah.
nice, awesome. Yeah,
68.
yeah, that's a good year.
Was that the year you were born?
63.
Yeah. Okay.
I was a twinkle. I wasn't even a twinkle.
I'm an old car kind of guy. I had a 1965 Lincoln Continental
Oh,
with
yeah.
suicide doors,
Yeah.
convertible.
Oh, I
man.
remember those.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
That was the best car. Ooh, I sold it though. I don't know why. Time to get a little retarded.
Because you're
sometimes.
going to get, you're going to get.
I gotta have this ready for hand.
I sold it to a guy who was, it went on a slow boat
To China,
out of New Orleans.
Yeah.
Out of New Orleans, was put on the barge and shipped to Norway.
Ooh, Lord.
Norway. That's where it went.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How did you like sell that online or?
Yeah,
what?
put it
Oh, okay.
online. Yeah.
I was gonna say, were you playing ball and
No,
somebody
just
overseas
put it
bought
online and set it in and make sure they give you the information. And then
What year
they
was that? You sold
cut you a check. It was 2005.
All right, wasn't that? I mean, I guess it was 20 years ago, but even me, I'm like 2005. That wasn't that long ago. You know what kids say now? Like the late 1990s. Like what? What are you saying? In the late 1990s? It's like a different. I mean,
I just saw something
another
recently that
century.
said, 1975 to 2025 is like 1975 to 1915.
Oh
I'm
yeah! Wow, that's kind of mind blowing, man.
Yeah, or 1970. Yeah,
Yeah. The time span. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, that,
It kind of makes it settle in, right?
At least I got the white hair to show for it.
There you go. There you go. He won't grow it out. He's got it too.
I
But.
got it too. But, I got one of those eyebrow pencils. Where
Just for Hamp.
just to take that white out of my eyebrow. Hey, I've been in the movie.
I got
set,
it coming in too, man. It's peppered right now. It's peppered. How much did you sell that car for?
22,000.
Ooh,
That's probably worth.
pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably worth like 60 now.
I bought it for 1,600.
1,600?
Yeah,
Did you restore it or was it all
yeah.
original?
I had it shipped to Putnam, Connecticut.
Okay.
There's a guy out there named Ron Baker. You can Google him. All he does is works on Continental, Lincoln Continental. That's all he does. Shipped it to him. Make sure he put all the solenoids and the sensors back in so the top can fold because the deck opened up in the back.
Yeah.
Was it a hard top or a soft top?
Convertible.
Right, didn't they have a hard top Lincoln?
Well, that was
convertible?
a hard top.
Yeah, it was a hard
It was a
top.
hard
Yeah,
top.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it folds back into the trunk and then it comes down back like this, so the whole back is like this.
Beautiful.
I used to love pulling up to restaurants and pop it. Everybody like, because you never see those kind of cars. You
Well,
know?
you probably had to put it down to drive it because you're so damn tall.
Oh man, it's a big old, it's a boat. You hear me? It's a boat.
His eyes are above the
right?
windshield.
right?
I love that car, though, man. Yeah, but
You also
yeah,
got your bike, that Bourget that we got to
I
get
got
out here.
that Bourget. I got to go get. It's just sitting in storage, man. I swear, collecting
this
dust, maybe.
All right, back to you, Tony. 68 Camaro. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. My dad bought it new in 68, and I bought it
that's
from him
cool.
in 71.
So it was your dad's car.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Man.
Yeah.
Very cool to be able to have
So
something like that.
I did take it, not make it look like a dad's car.
All right, what'd you do? Change? You do some new wheels, some
I put a
tires.
speed shifter in there and
Nice,
put new
nice.
wheels on it and painted it and made it look a little sportier and
Very cool.
like it belonged to a 20-something-year-old.
There you go. There you go.
Pinstripes, pinstripes on there.
No, I didn't do that. It's just,
You do super stripes?
Huh?
Any super stripes or anything?
No,
just solid color.
Just solid color.
Okay,
yeah.
very cool. Well, I want to see it. Maybe you bring it down.
Just like me, solid.
There you go, solid. Maybe bring it down for the show and shine, man. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I haven't taken it out for a while, but
Yeah.
but it's clean.
If you need me to, I'll come pick it up.
Oh,
I'd be happy to do that for you.
Would you wash and polish it?
You know, I mean, if I might just do that for you. It's been a while since I got to drive a muscle car, man. I got a Kia. Good gas mileage.
Hey, listen, there's muscle everywhere, right?
That's right. That's right.
Muscle for his category anyway.
Yeah, right. So when are you guys planning on doing the car show down at the marina?
We're probably going to wait till next summer.
Okay.
And during Waterland Festival, we're talking about maybe doing something in September, but that hasn't been solidified yet.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm glad we're trying to do this show and shine because we'll get something going for the city. And I understand how things change and things happen, and we can't always stick to the timelines we want to stick to. So we're going to try and make this one happen on the 30th. So
Yeah, no, that'd be
hopefully
great.
it'll
If
draw
you
some
need any
people out.
help, let me know. I have a lot of resources. We have a
Perfect.
database of about 300 classic car guys.
Let's just do that. Let's do 300 cars. We're just going to flood the city.
Exactly.
That's what I say. You
Come
know,
on down.
you're gonna do it big. You know?
If you say it's free, they'll all be here.
That's it, man. I mean, Like Ham says, you don't ask for permission, you ask for forgiveness. You know? So how mad could you be that the whole town is full of beautiful cars and, it's good stuff.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah, that way they don't have to look at me.
Yeah, exactly. Or me, or Ham.
Or me, Yeah, I was like looking at me anyway.
That's when he said he wanted to put video to this podcast. I'm like, you sure, bro? We have faces for radio. You know that, right?
Exactly.
Video is the way to go, though.
It is. People like the shorts.
Yeah, people like the shorts. They like to look. They don't want to listen. They want to see.
So before we dig into John L Scott, because you've got several locations now, right?
Yes, Des Moines and Federal Way, yes.
Okay. What's going on at Destination Des Moines? What do you guys got going on?
Well, Destination Des Moines, we have our Waterland Parade on the
coming up real soon.
19th.
That's
Yeah.
right,
So we're getting that all organized and ready to go. It's going to be a really nice parade. And we have the University of Washington Alumni Band playing.
Oh, nice.
And some other music and stuff, which we hadn't had in the last couple of years. So we're really excited about that. And we're getting more and more applications every day. Everything's like the last minute.
Yeah.
I think that's the way of the world.
Yeah,
It's
it
the last
is, man.
minute, yeah.
Well, and even you might know more than I do, but we went down to the marina for the 4th,
Yep.
and it was awesome. They did a great job. I mean, great stage, good music, lots of food trucks. The drone show was awesome. But we had interviewed a couple people, and I had talked to some people prior to that, and I'm like, what are they doing for the 4th? And everyone's like, I haven't heard anything. It was like a kept secret for some reason. And even people that were down at the marina, I was talking to them, they're like, we didn't know this was happening. Like, I found out the day of from somebody that lived in Normandy Park that Des Moines was doing a big 4th thing. So
Yeah,
was it last minute or?
No, actually, it's they announce it every year right after the previous show. So,
okay.
And it's always in the monthly or quarterly magazine that comes out for the city of Des Moines.
This
oh
one
yeah,
here?
that one right
I must
there.
have not read through it. I got to sit here and I didn't look at it.
And, it's on the city website and other organizations.
That's where I did find it.
Yeah,
That's where I did find it.
so there's places it is, and a lot of times though people aren't necessarily looking at those sites.
Yeah,
And-
and it's hard now because I found doing this with Hampton, like you can't just post in one spot.
No.
We've got an Instagram, we've got a Facebook, we've got a TikTok, we've got websites, we've got YouTube, and then the audio is on like 10 different platforms. You know what I mean? And keeping up with all those, people are like, I haven't seen your stuff. I'm like, how is that possible? How is it possible that you can't find us? We're on everything. But so I understand.
I understand. We paid for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I understand.
And one of the things that we try to do at Destination Des Moines is build a strong database so that we're communicating with a lot of people in the community, and even by connecting with all the apartment buildings and going through their staff and then sending them information that then they put out to their tenants.
Really? Okay.
And then we do it both in Spanish and English so that we're hitting as many people as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, very cool.
And so if someone needs anything from another organization, contact us. We have the ability to help you. And
There you go.
Because that's what Destination Des Moines was actually set up to beginning, is to help other organizations in the city market the community.
Right.
And then several years later, we started getting involved in events.
Right.
And then we became an event marketing organization.
How's that going?
And then we became this, and then we became that. What else do you want us to do?
So you were the president, correct?
Yes, I was president. I've been with, this is actually Destination Des Moines version 2.0. We started in 2010.
Okay.
And then I became the president in 2012. And I stepped down last year at the end of October.
Okay.
So time to bring on new team, new members.
So stepping down to give you more time to do other things, or are you still pretty involved in?
Yeah, I am. I'm still on the board as past president, and so if they need any information or things that we can help them with, and we want to make sure that they have access and know what we have and how to communicate with the rest of the community.
Yeah, Marnie's president now, is that correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to get her in here and talk to her.
Yeah, absolutely. She'd be a good one to be brought in and get it more up to date.
Yeah. Very cool. So I hear that we had Steve Edmonston in here talking about the MIB Fest. MIB, I call it MIB because that's easier than saying MIBB. And he calls it MIB. So they have a float for the parade this year, right?
Yeah,
they're doing
absolutely.
a big UFO float.
Yeah, they're going to have a float.
I like
UFO. It's really cool.
I like that word.
We're getting getting more of these the community involved in things like the Men in Black. And in fact,
very cool.
actually, Steve was on Cairo radio this, I think, on Thursday.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
it's, on the John Curley show.
Okay.
And
He's
it was
getting
really,
around, man.
Yeah, it was really fun listening to him.
Yeah.
Telling the story. Yeah.
He was on Rainy Day podcasts, and it was funny because he recorded with us, but Hamp was laid up with his knee surgery at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I actually brought him in via cell phone. So he was on call, and it was just Steve and I in here, and we did an interview, and it was great. Interview was great. But I went back and listened to him on the Rainy Day podcast, and they did 3 full episodes,
Wow.
3 full hours, really digging into the whole thing. And I was like, man, I should have spent more time on that.
Yeah, there's so
But it
much
was good.
information.
There's always next year.
That's pretty cool because they've been doing this for about 20-something years.
Yeah.
And I started following them when they were in Burien, and then slowly just kept branching out. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Fantastic organization.
There's a lot of stuff going on down here, man. I mean,
there
between
are.
you guys, the city itself, Legacy Foundation, there's always something going on there.
And one of the other things I want to mention is that on Friday, the 18th, from 12 to 5, at the Field House right over here on 219th, there's a big children's program.
Yeah, you sent me a flyer for that. I saw
Yeah,
that,
and so if you want to have a good time, bring children down from 12 to 5 at the Field House in Des Moines on 219th, and I think it's like 12th or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, but don't miss it because
Just a bunch of
it's free
activities and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's all free.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Summertime, man. It's hard being a parent with little kids during the summertime.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, and actually, they're coordinating with the city because the city has a program for, I can't remember the name of it, where it's like a daycare, but it's
okay.
an activity based system.
Kind of like a summer camp
yeah,
almost or something.
like a summer camp.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have all those folks there and all the kids. So it's going to be a really fun event.
Well, I think that was a lot of the stuff they were pushing for at the Sneaker Ball, right? Was trying to
Right,
fund
yeah.
a bunch of those programs. and
Exactly.
everything, which I think that turned out pretty well.
Exactly.
Like
It was a great event.
Yeah, it was. It was
Yeah.
good. We had a blast. We got to set up and do some live interviews, and we ran the red carpet and
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
faking it till we make it, right?
yeah. Now I remember that part.
You didn't miss this guy, did you? Standing when people were coming up the red carpet?
I think I did not miss him. Yeah.
If you miss me, you're blind.
He went down there, and I was like, "Stay down there, bro." I was trying to run all this stuff. And, yeah, it was good. We had fun.
Yeah, it was a fun night, great music, a lot of nice people.
You're just a dancing machine.
Oh Lord!
I got videos of you dancing in Creole Soul.
You got all eyes on me.
Keep an eye on everything around.
Well, it was I think the first big karaoke night we did at Creole. You were there.
Oh yeah.
You were cutting a rug. You did a couple songs too.
I did. I was forced to sing. I keep telling people I'm a backup singer.
Yeah, hey, everybody can sing. So,
In fact, actually, you're the one that made me sing.
yep, I was the
DJ.
designated karaoke pusher.
Yeah, he was
Yeah. All I asked was two scotches before I sang.
That's it. That's it. And I'll get them for you, but you're gonna sing. A deal's a deal. But you're also known as the wine guy around here, right? So did you
yes.
you supplied all the wine for the Legacy
Yes,
event?
yeah. So myself this year and John L Scott previous years, Destination Des Moines has been a major part of that as well. So we try and get involved with as many organizations. I'm also a member of Rotary, and so
you are?
Blues and Brews, and helped when that got started, and I'm still involved with that as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
What
But I
wineries-
don't buy any beer for that.
No.
Yeah, they drink too much.
It's a drinking club with a Rotary problem.
Exactly.
What wineries do you are you partnered with them, or are you just members of the winery itself, or how
Well,
does that work? 'Cause I know I've been to Maple Valley with you, and I went to a couple. Me and Michelle and my wife.
exactly. Yeah. So I actually belong to 6 wine clubs. I think when we went, I belonged to 7.
Nice.
Had
to thin it out a little bit.
Yeah. So no, we had a lot of fun when we went that day.
I had a blast, man. I had
Yeah,
a really
we
good
had great wines, great food, and but it was really a fun day. And so I've been associated with wine for at least 50 years.
It was a pause. It was a pause.
Yeah, so the first time I ever went wine tasting was in Napa Valley in 1974.
Oh yeah, caught the bug.
Yeah. You mean I can get wine for free?
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah.
just go to 5 wineries and I don't have to pay a dime.
Yeah, it's like going into Total Wine. They're like, you want to try something? You're like, I mean, I'm here.
Okay. Twist my arm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it started. And then over time, when I could afford something more than Boone's Farm.
Right. Yeah. The box.
It got better.
Right. I will say black box wine isn't too bad.
No, it is. It's
For box
actually
wine,
pretty
they're
good.
not too bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
never
my wife used to drink black box.
Black box?
Yeah, for sure. She doesn't anymore though. She's a good girl.
As long as it's not that, what is a big Franz or whatever? That one?
Franz, yeah.
Ooh, that's a headache. Yeah, that's a headache in a box. You don't want to drink that.
Just wait, that's why you don't drink the whole box at one time.
Oh, shit. Nobody told me that. I didn't know that.
I think there's a warning label on
there?
it.
Well, 3 glasses in, you can't read it anyway. So when you're doing wine for events and stuff, are you just purchasing that at a discount for them? Are you supplying? Like, how does that work for you?
Well, kind of both ways, because as a club member, I get automatic discounts.
Okay.
And so some wineries, they'll have a little excess of something, and I'll just check with them and say, what do you have? And so that would bring some really good wines to the event, and so that people can, because the more they drink, the more we make.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and it's funny too, because I was drinking the it wasn't an old fashioned. They had a pre-mix at the Sneaker Ball.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was good. But I about 2 of them in, because we got the 2 drink tokens. It's like, should have had Tony's wine.
Well, look, you didn't probably know this, but I also supplied the rum for the event.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. You're just a pusher man.
Exactly.
And y'all talk about me.
You go to jail if you do anything else, right?
I'll push some alcohol in you.
Yeah, you will. I go down there just to hang out. You want to drink? No, bro.
I don't drink.
It's
but
8 in the morning. No.
I don't want anybody to think that, hey, you don't drink. I mean, you can't drink, you know.
Well, you just don't let them drink alone anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get a Sprite or something.
He said, give me a shot. It's root beer.
Yeah, and Destination Des Moines has done art and wine walks in the community for at least 12 years. And those have been real fun, and people really enjoy them. We get an opportunity to meet business owners. And that's really one of our functions in Destination Des Moines, bring more awareness of the businesses into the community.
Nice.
And so, laws change and things change. But it's one way, to bring wineries in, get to know the community. Yeah, we used to, years ago here, when it was something else, they used to ask wineries to come in and do a wine tasting.
Okay.
So now
It
you
was
can
something
ask
other
me
than
now. You can ask me now.
So we actually have an idea. We have a plan. I want to see what you think about this. Hamp's got a massive RV.
What?
RV.
RV?
recreational vehicle.
Okay.
How big is it?
38 foot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's big.
Yeah.
It's all wrapped in black and Stick Lounge podcast and Stick Lounge and Creole Soul. We were
that one.
yeah,
that
Yeah,
one.
the one I see from my window every day.
Yeah, that's mine.
So we were kicking around the idea of getting people together, selling tickets to party bus it to a winery,
Oh, yeah.
do the tasting, and
Yeah.
party bus it back. We drive, we host karaoke, food, drinks, all the way there, all the way back. How do you think something like that would go over?
Oh, that'd go really well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You in?
Yeah.
We have a spectator over here.
You can't see her, but
Yeah.
she's waving her flag.
Whoa! Don't leave me out.
So you think something like that would go over well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And but for my clients in my real estate industry, I have wine tasting parties, and we can do them at wineries or wherever. I haven't had one in a couple of years. Ever since COVID, we kind of slowed that down.
Okay.
But I think we're back into the drinking stage of life.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
In public.
In public, yeah. It was at home drinking during COVID.
I couldn't keep up with them.
Oh man, I'm telling you, you see those videos of like people would go down the street and you just see bags and boxes of liquor bottles on everyone. You sitting on the curb for the trash guy to pick up, and people were drinking a lot during COVID.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, yeah.
I stayed away from them. Yeah, I just took their booze away.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, but we were thinking like, hey, let's sell some tickets. You buy a ticket, you get on the party bus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we
got
make
all set
arrangement with the winery. We
We got to make an arrangement with the winery.
so
Yeah.
you can get to sip.
Yeah, and I know a few of them that we could do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I was asking, because we kind of have this side of it worked out. We need to figure out the winery side of
Yeah.
it. That's the part we need to figure out. And I know that there's like Woodinville's got a bunch of stuff there. If we were to do something like Yakima, that's a long drive.
No,
now you're trying to do like overnight. You know what I mean? So we don't really want to do that.
You don't want people overnight drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Be like herding cats.
So the Rotary Club of Des Moines and Normandy Park, we actually had a wine festival for a number of years as well.
Okay.
And the last 5 years or so, I was, I don't know why they put the fox in the hen house.
That's not a good idea.
But I was asked to take charge of recruiting the wineries.
Okay.
And so I got to meet a lot of different people in the industry.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
So you're my contact then.
Yeah, and I really never understood why they gave me free wine.
Yeah, hey man, never look a gift horse in the mouth, right?
So go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I say stuff like that. My kids go, "What?"
So that's the plan. I thought it was a good idea to come out here and do that. We collaborated and came up with that idea. Like my RV just sitting. Trust me, I'll drive it around. Just go to Walmart and park it.
Come on in, say
just
hello.
to get it moving. I got a statement to make. It's being seen a lot during football season.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's down here in Soto, there's a lot of wineries now. So you could make it as short as going there
Quick trip, yeah.
rather than going up to Woodinville. But you could do both. If you're doing 3 a year, you could have different areas and really expose people to the different areas. Because a lot of people don't go up to Woodinville. I mean, that's a
good idea.
Have you ever driven up there during traffic?
Yeah, well, and that's just it. I mean, especially with the 405, man.
Oh, yeah.
one of my coworkers, they own a winery up in Woodinville.
From Alaska or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Called Burleson Winery.
Oh, okay, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burleson.
Burleson. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've renamed 405 as the parking lot formerly known as
Yeah.
Interstate
Seriously, man.
405.
Well, and I do a lot of work for Microsoft up there, and I'm constantly stuck on it. I'm like, I hate this. It's so terrible. So bad to get
Yeah,
through. But
you want to put a dummy,
you're right.
a real one or a fake one.
It doesn't even matter though. That the freaking carpool lanes
Yeah.
stopped too. Everything
Exactly.
stopped.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyways, we thought it'd be a good idea. We load you up early in the day. Get some food.
Yeah,
do some
excellent
games,
idea.
Some singing, some music, have some drinks, whatever. Get to the winery, enjoy that, and then you can come
That sounds
home
like
and-
the Husky bus.
Yeah. I mean, basically, exactly.
Get on the bus, start
Yeah,
drinking.
exactly.
Go to
I mean,
the game.
we used to do it in Arizona. We'd get party buses for all kinds of different stuff.
yeah.
So I don't know if
Absolutely.
they do it out here or not.
They do.
I have
They
no
do.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do it in California. I lived in San Diego. They have party buses all over the place.
I'm sure they do it in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, New Orleans, you hop on and hop off, hop on and ride.
New Orleans is just a rolling machine.
Yeah, it's just a party city. So,
It's another country, I'm telling you. It's another country.
Yeah, it is.
so let's dig into what you got going on with John L Scott a little bit. How's everything going there? How's the real estate business?
Well, the real estate business is a little slow, but that has more to do with the economics of interest rates, et cetera.
Sure.
So we start to see rates come down. The market starts to pick up. We have it's tending towards a buyer's market for the first time in a lot of
I actually heard that recently.
Yeah, and so
It's exciting.
we've had in our multiple listing services, we never had this much inventory before.
Oh, really?
On active, but you have a lot of pent up demand as well. So as soon as
Right.
those rates start hitting in between 6 and 6.25, we'll start to see more activity in the industry.
When do you think you'll start seeing those rates?
Depends on who you're talking to.
All right.
Oh, I know, it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's very beautiful. yeah, exactly.
So, but the general thought is that the fourth quarter of this year we should see something of that nature.
Okay.
That's the Fed may reduce their rate of borrowing to banks, which then reduces the interest rate. So if you want to track it, this is a secret.
Okay.
This,
I'm in.
this is now a public
It's
secret.
not a secret
attention.
anymore. No.
If you watch any financial news and they talk about the 10-year bond, if the 10-year bond goes up, your interest rates go up on your mortgages. If they go down, then you see that. So
Okay.
right now, let's say they're hovering about 3.3%.
Okay.
Or no, 4.3. If it gets down to 3.6, 3.7, then interest rates will drop at least 3/4 of a point.
Okay.
So that's the only education I'm going to give today.
Gotcha. So what's better for you? Is a buyer's market better or a seller's market better?
It really doesn't matter. It just depends on how you build your business.
Yeah.
And so, but
Depends on movement too,
I
right?
mean, I started this business. I had brown hair.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's doing you well.
yeah, I still have
Try a
some.
hamster and just shave it all off, man.
So as you build your business, you build a good book of business. It's like any other business. You're able to go through any market and have success.
Right.
So that's really what it's all about. Just building a good business and staying engaged in it and having fun.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun, there's something wrong with you.
No, that's good, man. That's good that you've been doing it this long and you're enjoying it and you're still in it. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
That says a lot in itself, I think.
Yeah.
Could have been. I used to be, and the thing about a real estate agent too is like so many people have real estate licenses, right?
So I'll tell you a little
To
joke.
sell.
I'll tell you a little joke.
Okay.
So this woman was speeding on the freeway in California, and she got pulled over by a highway patrolman.
Okay.
And he comes up to her and he says, "Ma'am, I want to see your real estate license." And she says, "No, you mean my driver's license?" "No, ma'am. Not everyone in California." Not everyone has a driver's, but they all have a real estate license.
Exactly. I think my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law both have real estate licenses, but I don't think they've ever sold. Maybe they sold one house.
Yeah, But yeah, so it's kind of true. Everyone has a real estate license.
I'm only interested in one piece of property here that I've seen in Des Moines,
Oh, okay.
and that's
It's that building with
Next-
the roll-up doors right next to the
right
lighthouse.
next to the
It's the old fire station.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're all going to die before that's available.
So who owns that?
A family here, and they've just
They're just sitting on it.
yeah, and I don't know all the circumstances, but
Sure.
but it's been in the family for years, and the last tenant that was in there was about 10 years ago, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's just sitting there vacant. They're paying
Yeah.
property taxes on
Yeah.
it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking to Matt Pina. He was in here, and he brought up several different areas in the city that aren't really being utilized. That was one of them. The pit over across from Wally's
Right.
is one of them.
Right.
A bunch of these empty lots around here. He was just talking about how much there is available still to develop, real estate speaking.
Well, development is one aspect to it. What I call them legacy owners, and they've had them for so long, and they're paid off, and they're actually making money, even irrespective of
Just sitting
what
there.
they're getting.
It's like
And so,
interest on a savings account, right?
So you just have to wait. There's a transition to a relative, or they sell it.
Yeah.
So that's been the problem, is that they're not selling and they're just holding on to them.
You ever go after properties like that? See if they're interested. Like go and find one that you know is not for sale, but somebody's real hot to buy it and push on it.
Yeah, people ask me to do that, and then I get told no, and then I come back again and tell me no.
never usually successful doing that.
There's been once or twice where where we're able to move forward. You just have to catch them at the right time.
Right. What do you think that property over there by the lighthouse would go for?
Oh,
I have no clue. I'm just asking.
the problem is that it has some challenges from a building standpoint,
Like code and stuff?
like that, because it's older and there are some knowing issues there that they're easily resolved, but
Sure, but you're gonna have to put some work into it.
Yeah, but it does affect the value of the property. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I know it's a pretty prime piece of real estate, and several people have talked about it. And then we were talking about it, and Hamp was like, "I would like to get that building."
Oh yeah, I've had young guys who want to start craft breweries, and they go, "I want that place."
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I make my annual inquiry.
Oh, really? So you've talked to him?
Oh yeah, more than once. Yeah, going back almost 20 years.
No kidding.
Yeah,
I'd just like to put a commercial kitchen in there and feed some homeless people.
Okay, I can help you on that now. No.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. Put a nice big commercial kitchen in there, open the doors, feed some people.
Well, that's a great thought and a great service to the community.
Yeah.
Because we know we need it, right?
Right.
Yeah. For sure.
But actually, that's something I would bring up to them, because that may be an impetus for them to even lease it.
Right.
Yeah.
They haven't been willing to really
Do anything with it.
do anything. Yeah. I don't know if it's just a challenge of managing and operating a lease
I would
space.
love to meet them and tell them exactly what my plans are.
Yeah, okay.
Have them come into Creole for some catfish.
You want to tell them a little bit about me? Tell them about
Dinner
my
for
back-
4?
Dinner for 6 on this one,
There you go.
Tell them my background. I got a food truck, restaurant,
Yeah.
flight attendant, the whole 9 yards. So-
Absolutely.
But that's my plan, is to build a nice commercial kitchen in there
Yeah, that would be great.
and feed some people.
Yeah, no, that's a wonderful cause, and I'll approach him with that.
Get some people off the street. And you
Yes.
let me know what they say.
Okay.
You know.
All right. There you go.
But I'll give
Making
it
connections.
but
Making
I'll
contacts.
give it to you in kinder words than I get it.
Right.
I'm from Louisiana. Man. I got alligator skin. You can come at me any kind of way you want to. I mean, like,
Yeah, he's had it. I've seen him give it and take it. So.
yeah, if I'm gonna give it, I should be able to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't do one or the other. You got to come back with it. You know?
Absolutely.
So is there one piece of property in this area? Where do you focus mainly? You said your office currently is in Federal Way, correct?
No, my office is here. My main office is here.
Your main office is here, but you purchased
satellite,
one.
Yeah, and I bought the John L Scott office.
Okay,
in
that's right.
Federal
That's
Way,
right.
Yeah.
So where do you mainly function here locally?
Well, that's a different question. How
Okay.
I function.
Okay. I didn't say how. I said where. I don't know if we want to know how, Tony. I don't know if we want to know how.
Yeah, so I'm primarily based out of here, out of Des Moines.
Okay.
And I get over to Federal Way once or twice a week.
Okay.
And not for a full day, but we have a staff there, and it's really a good, good building and a good organization. Yeah.
Wasn't so? Correct me if I'm wrong, but before you purchased the one in Federal Way, I thought you were getting ready to hang it up, man. Wait, hold on. Let me get,
We don't talk about that anymore.
yeah. Where's my?
Yeah.
Because we were talking. It wasn't that long.
Yeah, no, that's
after we hung out.
yeah,
and
that's-
you were like, I think I'm done, man. I think I'm done. And I was talking to Michelle, and she's like, yeah, he bought the one in Federal Way. I was like, wait, what?
Well, that's what my business coach said. You said you were going to sign a semi-retire.
Yeah.
So how does that fit in your plan?
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I said, well,
So-
I'm too young to retire.
There you go. Fair enough. So picking up the one in Federal Way has been good for you, though.
Yeah, and so it kind of gives us a reach. So I also brought in some minority partners, and so we have 7 offices from South Snohomish all the way there to South King County, and we have an office in Vashon. So
nice,
it was really
nice.
setting up a nice system of offices that no matter where you're at, you can go to one of the offices and use all their facilities. Yeah.
Let me ask you something about Vashon. I've only been over there once. My wife and I took the ferry over. We went to lunch. And, dude, I swear, the second we got there, we got those looks like, you're not from around here.
What was your first clue, right?
Is that the feel on the island over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You must have wore your best clothes or something.
I know, dude. Maybe not. I don't know. My wife was Mexican, so, I mean, there is that.
Exactly. Vashon has a different vibe to it.
Yeah.
And
Really
stuff like
cool,
that.
really
yeah,
nice.
It really is. I like it.
It was just kind of one of those when you walked into the diner for lunch that day, it was like everybody went,
Yeah. You're like,
Who's that?
wait, you're new here.
yeah.
Never been.
So
I don't know if you should go, bro.
it's kind of laid back.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of reminiscent of the 60s and 70s with the hippies. But
Sure,
it's like,
sure.
they went there.
Chill
and,
vibe, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
gotcha.
said, hey, and I know it's really cool. and
So if
really
you
good.
purchase a property over there, though, are you welcome? Do you fall in?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good to know.
You just have to join the Grange.
You just got it. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, they have a lot of activities.
Yeah.
Their schools are a central point, and some of their other organizations, and they have so many things to do over there. And they have several wineries and tasting rooms. So,
Oh, really? Over
Oh,
in
yeah.
Vashon?
And
I didn't know that.
my son's brother-in-law has a brewery over there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, and so they really come together as a community.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, maybe I'll have to get another chance.
Yeah,
But
give it
when I
another
went over there
chance.
first time, I was like,
Yeah.
I think we might want to get out of here before the sun goes
Don't
down.
don't go over there in your Don Johnson outfit.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So if you had to pick one piece of real estate in the Des Moines area, the golden nugget that every real estate agent wants to sell, what is that piece of property?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Because I'm thinking of one.
Which one are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of the Masonic home.
Oh, well, so that's it's a beautiful building.
It's gorgeous.
And you're right. It's a real challenge.
It's what,
and
29 acres, 26 acres?
27 acres.
27 acres,
Yeah,
good.
and so it was purchased, I think, in 2016 or something like that. So it's a long time, and they've been trying to get their permits for demolition, et cetera.
There's been petitions against that, right?
Yeah, there is, but there's again a lot of anxiety because it's so iconic.
It is.
When you're on a boat coming up the Sound,
Yeah.
and you see that building, it's like wow.
Yeah. No,
And,
it's beautiful.
And that structure and that architectural design, they have them all over the country.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I lived in the San Francisco Bay Area in the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't take this wrong,
Okay.
but they had the same building like that.
Okay.
And there was a wine tasting room right next to it.
Right next to
I'm
it.
seeing a
that's
correlation
what-
here,
that's
Tony. I'm seeing a common denominator.
That was not on Pier 39, was it?
So they follow kind of a similar design plan.
Yeah, so they
all
built a
over the
lot of
country.
them in the 20s and 30s.
Okay.
And
Same engineer, architect.
yeah,
or-
yeah. So yeah, if you got a good design, why?
Hey, why change
Yeah.
it? If it's broke, don't fix it.
But it was really funny
Wait,
about the
if
wine,
it's not broke,
the
don't fix it.
winery and the tasting room. They were some of the first, one of the first wineries to start charging and limiting how much you could drink.
Oh, hey, you're
all
the
the
first one that found that out, weren't you?
Because but they ruined it for me because all the residents were coming over and getting hammered.
Did you walk in and they said, if you see this man, and it was your picture?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
When you get to this stage, this when you cut out.
you belong in the home.
Yeah, exactly. We're putting you next door.
Well, I did have a little funny conversation with my sons. I was in the military. And I may or may not be eligible to live in the old soldiers' home.
Okay.
And I said, if I am, there's only two requirements: that I have a motorized scooter
Okay.
or wheelchair, and I have to be close to the wineries.
There you go. Maybe they could do like daily visits for you. You know, just come and bring you, some samples,
Yeah,
get you
yes,
some
that would-
taste.
yeah.
There you go. So what would you like to see happen with the Masonic home this year?
Well, I would love to see it transformed into like a European hostel.
Okay.
Where people come in from around, because that's big around the world, but
Yeah.
it's not a big thing here. But
Yeah,
I
it's
think
true.
they could retrofit it reasonably.
It's like a
Of course,
dormitory setup, right?
Yeah, kind of a dormitory setup, because even as it was set up, it was dormitory style, and so I think there's things that they could do, because when you're traveling as they do, like in Europe, and they're looking for a nice place to stay but don't want to spend the money on,
Right.
et cetera.
Yeah.
I think they could do something, because it doesn't have to be fancy.
Yeah.
And you
Probably
could,
a lot of upgrades needed, right?
well, upgrades for electrical and water and some seismic. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Pino was telling us the big water tower right behind it there feeds the Masonic home. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah.
That's pretty wild. But very cool building. I hope they don't tear it down personally.
Yeah, I'm with you, because it's iconic.
It is.
And just every time I see it, my eyes just get.
Yeah.
Why would you want to tear it down? To put cows on the land?
No, they want to do like some kind of a city park there was I
Well,
believe, if I'm correct.
So no, they want to build. Actually, the previous owner or previous party that had it under contract, they were given exemptions to build 8-story condo apartments.
Oh no, that's what they want to do there?
And so
I had heard like a city park with an outdoor venue for music.
it could be, but I don't know all the details.
You're probably right though, because something like that is going to generate
And they
revenue,
might want to
whereas-
do that,
Yeah.
and that might be say, well, if you allow us to do this, then we'll do that. It kind of give a take, which is how business works.
And it's 26 acres. They could probably pull.
Who is
both
it
off,
outright owned by?
It's an investment group based out of Tacoma. I can't remember the name of it right now. And so it's easy to find out who the underlines are, but it's an investment group.
I might invite those guys to dinner one night.
That owns that building too.
All the shrimp you can eat.
Yeah.
All you can eat.
We had Matt Pina in here, and he was telling us about how he used to play music over there. And
Yeah.
he said it's got a beautiful hall with a stage. And
yeah.
he said the kitchen is huge.
So that's where we had our wine festival. And
Oh, really?
and
Red wine is very popular.
yeah. And
Again, there's a common theme right in here.
That should have been my middle name.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, we did. So here in the lounge, we did a whiskey tasting. We did a wine tasting.
Yeah.
Whiskey tasting was fun. We had some people show up. Wine packed
The
the
wine
place. man.
tasting
Oh, I
was
bet.
Packed the place.
Oh yeah, yeah. So our Rotary Club had our meetings there for about 7 years.
When did they close it down?
2015, 16, somewhere around there.
Oh, this is right before I moved here then.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, I thought it'd been closed longer than that.
Oh yeah, no, it was, but they rented out the halls
Just a hall area.
and conference rooms and stuff like that. But all the rooms, they were all gone.
Yeah.
so-
I've seen pictures. It looks amazing on the outside.
yeah, and they have a big auditorium on the second or third floor where the bands played, and it was beautiful sound.
Yeah, that's what Matt Pino was saying. He said it's pretty amazing to play there. So, Hamp still got real estate dreams in his mind. Man.
Yeah, it's like, well, you know, if you have like $20 million in the ground somewhere, you might want to bring it up.
If I can get it for $20 million, let's talk about it.
Deeper pockets than me, bro. Deeper pockets than me.
Okay, I'll represent you on that one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the favor. I would consider. What about the pit over by Wally's? What's going on with that? Who owns that?
The pit is a
pit.
Well, yeah. So, interestingly enough, it got nailed by two things. Number one, the person who bought it and then sold it, and there was plans to build a 3-4-story condo with a restaurant.
I think Matt Pino was telling us a little bit about that.
But it didn't have the water pressure, and so that was
to get up the 4 stories.
Well, even come down the street.
Really?
Right from the street, they didn't have a big enough water pipe to service that area.
What was there before?
Well, I can't remember what it was, but
Didn't
I just
Matt
know.
say it was like a mechanic shop or something?
Well, no, it was a boat.
A boat. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's right.
dry dock, something like that.
Okay.
yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but so boat store, and you got supplies and stuff, and they did repairs and things of that nature.
Oh, okay. So they didn't need a bunch of water pressure.
No, and because it's just regular business.
Yeah.
And so that kind of stymied things, and then the city made things happen by bringing in new water lines because it was stifling development in the community.
Okay.
And so they put in a bigger, the diameter water line.
Sure.
And so then there was, they had a design, and they allowed them and gave them a variance on the height.
Right.
And,
yeah, I heard about that.
And so that went through.
That went for a lot of buildings around here, right? The height
not a
was
lot,
changed.
but some of the ones that really needed to be built on.
Right.
And then they decided not to build, and I think now we're into some more of the recessionary periods of the area. And,
Right.
And so it's just been sitting there, and it's like,
It's a land bank, right? They're just hanging on to it too.
yeah, they're waiting for the big day to happen.
They're waiting for that big fish, that big one to bite. Hamp, how deep them pockets, bro?
I ain't biting there.
No, you don't want to build brand new.
No. I go back to that building I'm telling you about.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with it, especially
There's
when
just a lot of property available.
Yeah.
Here. I'd like to see what happens. with
yeah,
it.
and in time when 509 is redirected out of Des Moines, it's going to be interesting to see how it develops from there.
Yeah. I think that could be a good thing, kind of slow some of this insane traffic we have during the week through Des Moines. But also what I'd really like to see is the taxi from Seattle to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
And then they're putting in the switchback walkway down to the marina. That's going, as far as I know, correct?
Well, it's on
stairs.
it's on hold. They're evaluating it, and they're doing everything they can to make it happen. So they've been out to bid and stuff like that. So they're moving in that direction. But just like anything else, you know, they have to make sure that the budget is still intact and things of that nature.
I didn't know it was still in talks. I thought it had been approved. And it
well,
was past
the project has been approved.
Okay.
And there's a lot of things that have gone in that direction, but they still have to, bring it in line with what the budget is.
You're talking about the water taxi, right?
No,
well, the water taxi, but then
the stairway to heaven.
Yeah. They're going to do a set of stairs, from what I understand. It's kind of a switchback, so they're not too steep, going from, what is that, 7th Avenue?
Yeah, from 5th and 223rd down to the marina.
Straight
dock.
down to the marina. So that way,
on Dock Street,
if you're docked at the marina, or if we brought that taxi back, or whoever brings the taxi back, come to Seattle, now you've got a walkway to bring you right into Des Moines to the businesses and restaurants up here.
And I can't remember if there's I think there's going to be an elevator there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah. That's a good idea, though.
But because you have to have a handicap
ADA accessible, yeah.
and so they have a walkway that's why they made it so wide is for handicap as well.
Okay, gotcha.
So they put a lot of thought into it.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but anyway.
Don't worry about it. You'll benefit if it happens. That's good.
Hampton will send pictures.
I don't have a clue.
You don't go down to the marina that often.
I sure don't.
No, but we were talking with Matt Pina again. I'm just bringing him up because
Sure.
it was our last conversation.
Well,
A
yeah,
lot
I
of
mean,
knowledge
he's
about this
been
stuff,
involved
so-
in all these talks and,
Yes.
and development and intricately involved in it as the mayor
Right.
and as a council member. Yeah.
Well, and he was telling us that there can be, 4 more or 3 more mobile.
Keep that.
Wait. Some other things we can talk about after the podcast. Ham doesn't want me to say it again.
No.
We found out some interesting insights. I already put it out there, dude. It's on the full podcast. So
But that means we'd have to listen to the podcast.
you'd have to listen to the. If you
Very
want to know
carefully.
the secret, listen to the podcast. We might have to start censoring this thing. Not even for bad words, just to hide the secrents, right? Hide the bones.
Hide 'em.
It's like the whole sentence is boop, boop.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's like working with this guy. Right now, he's shaking all the cameras. It's hard. He's hard to work with.
Cover the bones up, you know. Buried it and covered it.
So we're coming close to an hour. Goes by pretty quick.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does. What do you want to push for Destination Des Moines, for John L Scott? What do you want to get out there?
I think the most important thing is, again, is if we
Don't rush. Take your time. Just letting you know where we are. You still got some wine left too. Pour yourself another glass.
if we take our time.
There you go.
The focus is bringing awareness to the community by events and helping other organizations and bringing their events to the forefront. Like again, we market with Legacy and the Rotary and other organizations, and so that's what's really our focus there. And the same thing with John L Scott. We've been in the community for 31 years.
Nice. Congratulations.
And so we've always been asked to be involved, and then we've offered to be involved. And so, again, we are here, we are a business here, but we're also very vested in the community. And we have, most of our people have a connection to the city of Des Moines.
Yeah.
And so,
and from what I can tell too, like Rotary, Destination Des Moines, Legacy, the city, they all play well together, which is good.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't know much about Des Moines because I coached baseball and basketball here for many years, and the only time I really came to Des Moines was to coach at the gym or at the ball field or whatever.
Right.
And then when I started coming down to work here, I went, wow, this is really a cool place.
So you said you moved here in the 80s, right?
Yeah, I moved
88.
into the area and
88.
88, yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. He can stay.
Okay. All right.
Good listener.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah. So it's,
I absorb everything.
yeah. So it's been fun to be involved, and then just staying involved and being connected, and it's actually very gratifying when they call us as DDM or John L. Scott and say, "Can you help?
Yeah.
Can you provide this, or can you help market this?"
Sure.
And that's really cool. But
And being able to help them too.
be
when they
able to
ask,
help,
right?
and
Yeah.
because we're helping everybody out, you know, and that's really what it's all about.
Very cool, man. Very cool. So what are the dates again for the parade?
The parade is July 19th.
Time?
You want a time too? It starts at 5. We have the junior parade,
Okay.
and then the main grand parade after that.
Okay. Very cool.
And then on the 18th is the Waterland Children's Festival up at the Field House.
The Field House.
By
Yep.
219th and about 12th if you need a reference point.
And it's all free.
And that's all free, yeah.
Nice.
Everything is free, yeah.
All right,
So we're really excited. We're going to have, as usual, we're going to have the Seafair Clowns and
Nice.
the Pirates.
Pirates. I was going to say Pirates are going to be there, right?
It was really funny because I got to see the clowns one time without their makeup on.
Oh, really?
And I go, I know you. Because I went to Seattle University and like, I swear to God, half the clowns are from Seattle University
Oh, really?
graduates. And I go, I knew this was a school full of clowns.
It's actual clown college.
Now, my friends from SU, I didn't mean that in any other way, but
Right.
very lovingly.
It was the 14 hands, guys. It was the 14 hands. That's awesome. What about John L. Scott? Big things going for you guys? Just waiting for these rates, waiting for the sellers market, all that good stuff.
We're always prepared. We're staying in the market. We're staying abreast of the market, and actually trying to stay ahead of the market to sell. Because people are asking us what is it going to look like. So we take out our glass
Crystal ball.
and we look at it and go, oh, I need to shave.
Yeah, that's about all you can get from it, right?
So, but there's some things that if you follow them on a regular basis, you can get a sense and a feeling. Not
Sure.
that unless, but we're trying to anticipate best case and worst case scenarios, and hopefully it falls in the middle somewhere.
Okay, very cool. Do you guys do residential as well? Residential and commercial?
Yeah, we do both. Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Just want to make sure of that.
Yeah.
Where do people find you? John L Scott.
I was gonna say
The winery?
at the bar.
At the wine tasting room.
At the next dance bar.
Like, we know where to find them.
On the dance floor.
But
Cut the
There's a
rug.
bottle of wine and some good music. Tony's going to be there.
but where does he work at?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we're right actually kitty corner here,
Yep.
on right next to NT Irene's.
Yep. Right on Review
right
Drive.
across from B&E Meats. I mean, you got to just come see us and look at all the things you can do.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So no, we've been really appreciative of the support from the community and everyone in it, and again the business owners. And I was so glad when Hampton moved in.
Yeah, you're dancing, man.
It's like I was raised in the South, and you could not get any good fried okra anywhere in this state.
Oh, there you go.
So that's where I'm going. That's where
Makes
I'm
me
going.
a reminder I need to order some of them out.
Yeah, get some more okra.
Yeah, I'm out.
There you go. Write that down.
Oh yeah, no, this food is great. And if I could still eat shellfish and stuff like that, I'd eat more. But I'm restricted on my diet.
Well, I'm glad, from one southerner to another, I'm glad you like the food, because some of these people out here don't have a clue of
But no,
what it should taste like.
Exactly. Like, it is amazing what they don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank you for that shout out.
I always go back to the gravy on the grits, man. I've only you gave it to me like once or twice, and I'm like, why don't you serve it this way all the time? He's like, well, this is how we serve it in the South, but when I served it that way here, nobody liked it. I'm like, that's crazy.
I
The
know,
gravy
right?
on the grits is amazing.
Shrimp and grits with the white gravy with
Yeah,
andouille sausage and all that cut up in there. They like, oh no, just give me grits and shrimp. No, I don't want all that other stuff.
I don't know, man. I'll never figure it out. I'm not from the PNW originally either, though. So
yeah. Again, it's I lived in almost every region of this country, and I really appreciate it. But hands down, the best food is in Texas, Louisiana.
It's down
area.
south.
Yeah, it's down home. Yeah.
See, I'm a Mexican guy, man. Nevada, Arizona, right on the border.
Yeah, well, that's my culture. And
Yeah,
that's
I
why
know.
was
We had
raised
that
there. Yeah,
conversation.
in San Antonio. It was like, so we got it. We had it all, and so I just remember moving up north, and I'm going,
What the hell?
where's all the good food?
Yeah.
Hey, that's why Creole Soul has been formed, okay? And their food truck.
I go, where's the Dr. Pepper?
Delaware Punch.
right. What was the other one? Delaware Punch.
Delaware Punch, yeah.
There was another one. Big Shot.
Big Shot
Big Shot.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bag of chips and some pig lips.
I actually had it. I had the pig lip. It wasn't bad.
Well, yeah, you just if you don't try it, you don't know.
Yeah, you
No.
don't try, you don't know.
You
He,
don't
he
know.
got some pig lips in
Pig
it.
lips, you felt like you've been kissed right.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Some hot sauce on there.
He had it, bought some pig lips and posted it on his social media. And one of the guys, Trig, who's from the South, he came in with his own bag of potato chips. Like, man, you got pig lips here? They weren't on the menu or nothing. He just saw it on Facebook, came right to the
He
restaurant.
just called me today.
Did he? He's asking about pig lips?
No, we didn't discuss, but talk about pies this time.
All right, there you go. Right on, Tony.
Did you have a good pecan pie here?
I don't have one here, but I mean, I can make one, but, I don't want it to go, oh, what's salt? No, so I just kind of still. I make sweet potato bread,
Yeah, that's good.
peach cobbler,
Oh Lord,
and
I just made peach
bread pudding.
Yeah, I made peach cobbler 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, his bread pudding's good. The sweet potato bread's really good.
Yeah, so I try to.
I had your
And the
cornbread
banana
last
pudding.
night. Cornbread was good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some cornbread. Made cornbread last night.
Oh Lord, give me the butter and some honey, baby.
That was it.
That was it. That's what he had. Some butter and honey.
That was what I had for dinner last night.
Yeah.
Hanging out at Ham's, drinking whiskey, and eating cornbread. That's what I do.
Yeah. If you want to tip the scale a little bit, come on visit me.
Corn, whiskey, and cornbread.
There you go. There you go. It's a good combo. Right on, guys. Well, make sure everyone check out Destination Destination Des Moines. Make sure everyone's supporting you. I know you guys are on all the social medias and everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
I know John L Scott's on Instagram, Facebook, because we're friends with you guys. You got your local shop here off Marine View Drive. You guys are in Federal Way, Vashon. You're all over the place. So make sure people hit him up if you need anything in the real estate market. Hamp's got some projects he wants to work on, so we'll see what Tony says about that.
Yeah.
And now he's going to call me every day.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. He's going to show up with a bottle of wine.
Exactly.
Let's make a deal.
14 hands.
There you go. There you go. Hamp, you got anything else for Tony?
No, I'm good. Thank you for coming, man. We appreciate your time and, you know, all the knowledge that you're giving us and all the stuff that you involved in. That's great. So
I appreciate the ask to be here and have a conversation. It was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know you guys are fun, so I said, yeah, I'll do it.
We try to just have a good time no matter what we're
We
doing.
sit up here and giggle ourselves for 2 hours. You know, going back and forward.
We've done it. We will do it again, too.
Yeah, but again, thank you for everything you're doing in the community as well, because I know that you go deep into the community and some of the things you're doing, and even like, hey, let's do a kitchen to feed the people who need help.
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
that's
Still
wonderful.
taking his truck out. He's still feeding the homeless.
Yeah.
He's
Still
got
feeding the homeless, you know.
Yeah.
push your 501c3, your nonprofit.
Yeah, that Creole Soul Lanyap is a nonprofit
Okay,
that
fantastic.
if you want to donate, that's fine. You know, if you want to come and help feed the homeless, that's fine too.
Yeah.
You know, but it's legit. You can find it on Google. Just Google that Creole Soul Lanyap, and the word lanyap means a little something extra. So, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it does, yeah.
So we go a little more out there, you know. Winter time's coming up.
Yep.
I usually prepare for winter time because so many people know my pickup truck. All the homeless people know my pickup truck. And the first thing they do is run up to the truck. Hey, you got something to eat, man? You know, so I try
Well,
to.
you usually have sweaters and socks and
Yeah,
blankets.
you sweater, socks, and, you know,
That's wonderful.
throw them
Yeah.
in the back seat. Like, you know, somebody walking around with some wet socks. And here you go. I give them 2-3 pair of socks out of the truck, you know, because I keep that kind of stuff in the truck because I know that's something that they need. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
So let's touch on that a little bit because you recently had a big major surgery, right?
Yes.
I mean, it sidelined everything.
This sideline. I was telling Tony about that earlier. You know, when you was out there getting some water, I think.
Sidelined everything. I mean, I was running Creole for you, and I think we kept the wheel spinning a little bit. Lounge wasn't doing anything. Between my regular stuff and everything else, we couldn't do it all. But all that being said, Hamp's, I would say, not in the position you would normally be because we're getting back on our feet, correct?
Yeah, right.
So maybe this time it's a good time to donate if you can.
Absolutely. Anytime you
time,
can, yes.
money,
Yeah.
clothes, blankets. You know, maybe we should put something together to try to help get ahead of this winter season.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
got some-
yeah.
Just,
Like
a
I
little,
told you.
just a little suggestion because I only have little ones. Little suggestions.
Right.
So during the parade, have a basket up on the corner for donations for your 501c3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean that'd be good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people going up and down, and they know you and your truck.
Yeah.
So I'd get it out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it out. I told him last night I'll make some shirts that says scan this code on the shirt, you know, put it on the shirt to help
QR
feed
code.
the homeless, you know.
Oh, yeah.
QR.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Fantastic.
all you gotta do is walk up to me and just scan and you can donate right then and there. You
Yeah.
know. It's no ifs and buts about
You know,
it.
it's amazing how fast they can get the money out of our pockets now.
Right? Yeah. I know, right? Yeah. Right then and there, like, I'm gonna do it when I get home. No, you just scan it. You can't do it when you get home. You gotta do it right now. You know?
Oh, do you got Venmo? What's Venmo?
Right. Or Cash App or Zelle or
but you
Facebook,
know,
Market Money, something. I don't know.
I mean, I think they're worse than the government when it comes to taking our money.
Oh, dude, I tell you, there's been several times now when my card has been stolen and it's still in my wallet.
Oh yeah,
You know, because they get your information.
they get
and
your-
like, great,
listen.
somebody's buying stuff. Like,
I had 9 tickets to a movie theater in Russia bought off my card.
how was it? Wait, I remember you told me you were going to Russia. No,
Called the bank. I said, they're like, did you leave the country anytime soon? I'm like, no, why? Purchased 9 movie tickets over in Russia. I'm like, are you kidding? Locked my car down.
it happens fast.
was it the movie To Russia with Love?
Unbelievable what they can
Remember
do.
when you were speaking Russian that time? I thought that was weird.
Some lessons here and there. Okay? But anyway, so wintertime's coming up. It's always brutal. If backtrack with me, you can see I'm out there 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, passing out blankets, passing out food, to the homeless. You know? I mean,
Bless you.
I mean, because
listen. Yeah.
I was once hungry at one time, you know, and it's tough to be hungry and cold.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
sure.
it helps. You know?
Wintertime can be rough in the P&W for sure. And
Yeah,
there's not enough places for them to go. So.
Yeah, I usually leave a $100 gift card at the 7-Eleven. So
Oh, okay.
if people come in that's homeless and they want some hot coffee or a donut, the guy already behind the cash register already knows just charge their card. And when they get to the end, I just go back and reload it.
That's wonderful.
You know,
that's a blessing.
I've been doing that since 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
great.
That's
I've been
great.
feeding the homeless since 2018. Out of my pocket, no donation, just straight out of me. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
So if anybody wants to help out,
help out, you know,
or even just come into Creole and have a meal, because that helps too.
Yeah.
Go into Creole, have a meal, have some drinks, enjoy some live music, and you know that's a locally owned business, and all that money's going right into Ham's pocket. So
fantastic.
Yeah. So anyway,
come on down to Des Moines, and you know where you're going to be going.
And do it all.
And
do it all. We got
Creole
all kinds of
Soul.
stuff going on.
And if we got a show going on, you can see Tony. He'll be there right in the middle of dancing. He'll be right there dancing, okay?
Yeah.
You can't keep the man down.
You can't. You can't. Why would you want to? That's the question. Why would you want to? All right, guys. On that note, I think I'm going to close this out.
Close us out.
Thanks
Take us
again,
home.
Tony.
Thank you again for the invite.
Dick Lounge
Appreciate
Podcast,
it.
guys.
Joe and Hampton, lights dim, it's game time. Interview sharp, cut through like a shank line. Stick lounge, stories unfold, real and raw. From hustlers to dreamers, breaking laws with a claw. Microphone warriors, capturing life's conflicts. Sitting across legends, tales flick like black pics. Drop bars, not mics, knowledge, it rains. From the streets to the beats in every vein. Stick lounge podcast, tales heavy with the weight. Real lives, gritty stories, never fake. Joe and Hampton, digging deep, no facade, untold narratives. Every episode